Hello, everyone. We have a great new feature for you today. It recently came to my attention that there are only so many hours in the day. As a result of this, we've really dug deep to try to find more ways to save you guys time on your daily social media posting chores. So, especially you agencies out there, we really wanted to find a way for you guys to have more time to be marketing your practice versus out there doing the actual work. So, in the interest of saving time and giving you guys a way to really leverage the content that you have, we created a new feature called bulk images. So bulk images allow you to import up to 100 images at a time and create separate social media posts for each one of those images, for each one of your social networks, and variably insert hashtags, industry hashtags, for each one of the social networks where appropriate. So I'm going to show you how to do all this so you can generate 100 social media posts totally unique using just a big file manager full of images. So you can do this 100 images at a time, do it as many times as you like. So you could repeat the process to do 200 images if you just do them 100 at a time. I'm going to show you the process to upload a bunch of images right now. So the place to find this new feature is going to be in the publisher. You're going to click on import. And now, instead of just having the CSV option like we had before, this is where you take a spreadsheet full of messages, images, videos, and create social media posts from those. Now, all you have to do is drag images. It got even easier. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to reach into my Mac's Finder window. On a PC, it's called File Manager. So whichever one it is, just drag select as many images as you want. Now, these are inspirational images that I created using Dynapictures, which is a dynamic image generation software. There's quite a few out there that can create images on the fly, so you can really generate hundreds of really fantastic images that you could be posting on your Instagram and all your other channels in a very short amount of time. You can even add your logo to personalize it even more. We did not do that for this demo, but we just generated some different inspirational quotes. So now I'm going to take these quote memes and I am going to drag these selected images right here. And what our software is going to do is process those. As you can see, we've got a whole bunch of posts here. And it is going to create, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 separate social media posts across all of these social networks. Let's also pick Google My Business and a couple of different Instagram accounts here on our test account. And what's nice about this is you've got a complete message window here, including bold, italic, emoji. So what I'm going to say is, let's see here. Let's just type out a generic message. And what's going to happen is it's going to create separate social media posts for each one of these images using this message. Now, here's where the variable part comes in. Once you've put down exactly what you want to say, you scroll down here, make sure it's going to the social profiles you want it to go to. But here's where it gets fun. We added this new feature where you can add hashtags to this import. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to select like our social media hashtag groups, which, as you know, has different hashtags for each one of the social media networks. Now, each one of these networks that's selected is going to have different hashtags that are optimized for that network, and it's going to randomly select hashtags from each one of those. So the reason I'm really getting into the details here is you don't want to have, let's say you have 100 images and 100 posts. If every single post has the same hashtags in it, that's kind of like hashtag spam. It's just not best practice. So we're going to randomly generate those and rotate them out. So you'll never have the same sequence of hashtags. It keeps things looking organic. We want you guys to spend very little time on social posting, but we want it to appear as though you are spending all of your time social posting. That's just one of those little features that helps you do that. Now, you can also have it email when these finally go out. You can have it repost. And our new feature where you do it every X days, weeks, months, or years is also available to you. These are actually evergreen, so I'm going to set this to repost forever because these posts will continue to inspire people for generations to come. If these were promotional posts, like let's say I had 10 different offers, I might set those to expire in a month or whenever those offers expire. I am not going to hold these posts for approval, but you might want to do that if you need to go in and edit each one of the messages for the posts. That's a good strategy. That way, at least you have, most of what you want to say in each post done. And if you hold it, then you can jump into the queue and very quickly make those edits. We are coming out with a feature very soon where you can edit the message within the queue. So once that is live, this is going to make a lot more sense to just hold your posts, make your real quick edits to make some kind of comment about the image that it's going to be attaching, and it'll be a real quick way to have some very original content. Trim tweets if needed. Always leave this on. There's very rarely a reason not to do this. And the way we prioritize our trimming, if you have any links, it's not going to trim those if there's a hashtag. So the first thing we trim is going to be your hashtags that are added. The next thing we're going to trim is the message itself, the text in the message. And then the third thing that we're going to trim, if we must, is any links that you have in the message. And then finally, we've already gone over the hashtags. So the final step is to add it to queue. So when I click this, what's going to happen is it's going to import all of those images. It's going to generate all of the posts and then let me know that no errors were found. One thing I want you to be aware of, the only thing that we're checking for is to make sure that they match our image requirements, meaning it's a PNG, GIF, bitmap, JPEG file format. If any one of these networks has an aspect ratio requirement, or maybe they require a certain DPI limitation, it needs to be really large or really small image. Every network has their own limitations. We do not go through every single one of those social media network limitations and verify each one of those. Otherwise, it's going to be throwing up errors and you'll never get this done. So if any one of these images on any one of these networks does not match, you might get an error. But the good news is the verification report will let you know that there was an issue with a specific network. So you can go in and repost to that network and make any modifications to the image that they require and then send it again to that network. So that said, let's go in and see what these look like in our queue. So as you can see, it's created all of these different posts, and I am going to edit one of these just so you can see what it looks like. So as you can see, it has different hashtags for each one of these different networks, and the image is attached. We can make any quick edits here, or you can make them right here within each of the social networks. You can add additional images, change the category that you had selected, and anything you want to change. So I hope this saves you guys a ton of time. I'm sure you're going to think of a lot of ideas on how to use this. If you're e-commerce, it's a no-brainer. Take your entire catalog of images for all your products and drop those into the importer, generate social posts for every single one of your products, and tell them, hey, if you want to see amazing products like this, go to our website, and then put a link to your e-com. It's good marketing. It's a very quick way to kind of fill in your gap. What I would recommend doing is go into your schedule, create a very specific category for these types of posts, and drop in some places where you have some dead spots in your schedule, and go ahead and import a bunch of posts. That way your social feeds will just be that much more full. So when people search on your brand and they go check out your social media feeds, it just looks more robust. It looks like you guys are on top of your game. So again, can't wait to see what you guys do with it. Please drop us any comments you have or reach out to us in chat if you have any questions.